You're here, now, realizing something powerful. Take a moment and let this thought ripple through you. What if everything you ever needed to know, to hear, to see, has always been within you, waiting? Waiting like a quiet whisper in the wind, a voice of knowing, gently guiding, quietly aligning, effortlessly awakening the deeper truth of who you are. Did you hear these words? Something inside, a part of you begins to listen to more than just the words. You see, the essence of alignment, the realignment of energies, it isn't something foreign. It's like tuning in a radio station, not forcing, not struggling, just shifting slightly, gently with intent, until clarity emerges. And isn't it interesting how you can simply choose now to hear the perfect discernment? Not just the noise of the world, but the clarity of your highest self, the Christ itself, as we call it, aligned with the light of what you already are. Say it now, or feel the idea rise within you. I'm now choosing to realign my energies. I choose to hear my true voice, my higher self, with clarity and precision, staying true to the light that I am. Truth. Word. I am word. You've noticed this, haven't you? That what you experience, everything you see, feel, touch, it's a reflection of your own consciousness. Yes, the reality around you. It's not something happening to you. It's happening from you. Like an artist painting on a canvas, your intention shapes every stroke, whether you know it or not. Every moment has been a choice, a signal sent out, a frequency broadcast calling back its reflection. And now, as you hear this, doesn't it feel empowering to know that you are in dominion, that you can claim this now? I'm in dominion of all I see. Everything before me is an extension of my consciousness, and it's here for my soul's growth. When you embrace this truth, something fascinating happens. You're no longer a victim, no longer trapped by circumstances, no longer bound by the illusions of powerlessness. Instead, you step into a new paradigm, where every situation, every challenge is a teacher. Imagine this now, a doorway before you. As you step through, you realize everything on the other side is for your benefit. You're awakening, you're becoming. And so you declare without hesitation, I claim my journey as my own. I'm the creator of my path. Every experience, whether I've welcomed it or resisted it, has been here for my growth. And I step into this knowing fully, completely, with the grace of my highest self. Now imagine yourself as a magnificent receiver, a television set with endless possibilities of channels. Once there were only a few channels, simple, limited, constrained. But what if you could flip a switch, expand the spectrum, move beyond the ordinary into the extraordinary? Picture this radio tower, your higher self, a beam of light reaching into infinity, pulling in premium channels, higher frequencies, greater insights. With each passing moment you tune more precisely, aligning yourself with the voice of wisdom, clarity and truth. You hear only what serves you, only what lifts you, only what's in alignment with your highest good. And you say to yourself, I now align to the premium frequencies available to me. I choose to hear the wise voice within. I call forth the wisdom of my Christ itself, who knows without fear the truth of who I am and why I'm here. Sometimes the journey seems blocked, doesn't it? A tree trunk across the road, a stone too heavy to move. What if that block wasn't there to stop you? What if it was there to teach you, to show you something you needed to see, to help you become what you're meant to be? So take a moment to imagine this now. You stand before the block. It's no longer a barrier, it's an opportunity. And as you look at it with the eyes of your higher self, you realize you don't need to fight it or fear it or resist it. Instead, you transform it. You say, I now choose to transform and transmute this block. It's no longer an obstacle, but a bridge. It's here for my learning, and I release it now in alignment with my highest good. Feel the shift as you say it. The block dissolves, the path clears, and you step forward, not because you forced it, because you aligned with it. Now imagine standing fully in your awareness. Feel it, what it means to become, not to seek, not to strive, but to be. To stand as your Christ itself, the aspect of you that's always known your divinity, your place, your purpose. This self is fearless, limitless, radiant. As you embody this now, say to yourself, I am the realization of my highest self. I stand in alignment with the will of the Creator, vibrating at the frequency of love, light and truth. Word, I am word through my being. So, as the journey moves, not as something to control, but as something to trust, the map is already drawn. The way is already clear, if only you allow. You don't need to know every step, only the next one and the next. And as you take each step, the path reveals itself perfectly, as it was always meant to. Feel the truth of this now. I trust the process. I trust my higher self. I release control and surrender to the divine flow that guides me. I'm open, I'm ready, I'm here. And isn't it fascinating to notice how in this quiet at the moment, a part of you is beginning to understand something new, something powerful. Maybe it feels subtle at first, like the smallest shift in the wind, or the faint glow of sunrise just before it bursts across the horizon. But as this unfolds within you, you realize you've always known this. Because the truth is, you've always been more than you thought, more than the thoughts you've repeated, more than the habits you've carried, more than the limits you believed were real. And the you that's hearing these words, that you is ready, ready to embrace the wisdom that's been waiting all along. You see, this isn't about learning something new, it's about remembering. You've always been connected, aligned, open. You've always had the power to realign your energies, to tune into the highest frequencies, and to hear the clearest voice within you. You've always been able to say, I'm now choosing to align with my highest self. I hear the truth of who I am with clarity and discernment. Word, I'm word through this intention. And as you say this, isn't it interesting how part of you simply begins to believe it, effortlessly, naturally, because it's already true. Now imagine for a moment, the entire world around you is a mirror. Every person, every situation, every twist and turn, just a reflection. Not a reflection of what you want necessarily, but of what you've been broadcasting unconsciously from within. As you hear this, you might begin to realize you hold the brush, the palette, the canvas, your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy. These are the colours, and every moment is a stroke of the brush, painting your reality into being. So when you look at what's in front of you, you can ask yourself, what have I been creating? And what do I choose to create now? And perhaps you begin to understand at a deeper level that creation, it isn't about force or control. It's about alignment. It's about stepping into a frequency of what you desire. Not someday, but now. Because when you claim it, when you say with certainty, I'm in dominion of all I see, and I now choose to create for my higher self, something extraordinary happens. Reality begins to shift. There was a time, wasn't there, when things seemed to happen to you, when life felt like a storm, and you were just a leaf, tossed and turned by forces beyond your control. What if that wasn't true? What if even then, you were the one holding the reins? And what if you could, right now, step out of the storm and see clearly? Because here's the truth. Every challenge, every block, every moment of struggle has been here for you, not against you. Been here to show you what you needed to see, to teach you what you needed to learn, to prepare you for this very moment. So now you can say, with a calm and steady certainty, I'm no longer a victim of my circumstances. Everything in my life is here for my growth, my learning, my becoming. I embrace it, I transform it. I move forward as my most empowered self. And as you say this, isn't it fascinating how the weight begins to lift? How the block in the road transforms right before your eyes into a stepping stone. You've already begun to notice, haven't you? There's more to life than what you once thought. That the world you experience is just one layer, and beneath it, beyond it, within it, there are infinite layers waiting to be discovered. It's like this. You've been watching a black and white movie on a tiny screen, but now you're stepping into the full spectrum, colour, sound dimension. You're no longer limited to the old 4 channels, tuning into the premium frequencies, the ones that bring clarity, insight and truth. And as you tune in, you begin to hear something new, a voice, not the voice of doubt, not the voice of fear, but the voice of wisdom, the voice of your higher self, the voice that says you're more than this moment, you're connected to the infinite, you're here to grow, to expand, to become. And isn't it exciting to know that with each passing moment, you're tuning in more clearly, more deeply, aligning with the frequency of who you truly are. Let's talk about those blocks, those obstacles, that sometimes seem so big, so immovable. You know the ones I mean. There are doubts, the fears, the beliefs that whisper, you can't, you're not ready, this isn't for you. But here's the thing, those blocks, they're not there to stop you. They're there to serve you, to teach you, to challenge you to grow. Imagine them now, not as obstacles, but as teachers. Imagine looking at that block and saying, I see you, I understand you, and I'm ready to move through you. Because the truth is, the blocks aren't real. They're just a reflection of an old belief, a pattern that no longer serves you. And as you see it for what it is, you can choose to release it. You can say, I now release this block. I choose to transform it into a source of strength, a stepping stone on my journey. I'm free, I'm clear, I'm moving forward. And as you say this, notice how the path begins to open, how the road becomes clear, how the block dissolves into light. Take a moment now to imagine yourself fully realized. Not someday, not in the future, but now. Imagine standing in your full power, your full awareness, your full truth. Imagine yourself as the Christ itself, the higher self, the aspect of you that's already whole, already complete, already aligned with the infinite. Feel it. Feel the certainty, the clarity, the calm. Feel the knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do. Feel the connection to the Creator, the Source, the infinite light that flows through you and around you. And as you stand in this awareness, you can say, I am the realized self. I'm aligned with the will of the Creator. I'm in harmony with the divine flow. I'm here now, fully present, fully empowered, fully alive. And isn't it amazing? As you say this, the truth of it begins to settle into every part of you. How it becomes not just a thought, but a knowing, a being, a becoming.